During this video, we will discuss the concept of the relative age effect and how it may potentially impact the participation and development of young athletes. So, what is the relative age effect? This is a phenomenon where children who are born in or near to a crucial age cut-off period might have a significant advantage in terms of their athletic capabilities and also academically. According to Barnsley and colleagues in 1992, it refers to the overall difference in age between individuals within an age group, which may result in significant differences in performance. The relative age effect highlights that there are more elite athletes born in the early months of the year than elite athletes born in the later months of the year, as stated by Cobley and colleagues in 2009. Placing children into age groups, which is common practice for most sports, may benefit those born earlier in the year, as they are typically more developed physically, cognitively, and emotionally. However, their peers who are born later in the year are potentially put at a disadvantage due to typically being less developed than others. This was seen in a recent study conducted by McCunn and colleagues in 2017. In this study with youth soccer players, they found that the more mature soccer players could sprint faster than their less mature peers due to the biological advantages of the older athletes. This highlights the potential physical differences that can occur between young athletes born within the same calendar year. In England, birth dates are distributed over 4 quartiles. Quartile 1, September to November, Quartile 2, December to February, Quartile 3, March to May, and Quartile 4, June to August. Individuals that are born in Quartile 1 and 2 are more likely to dominate sport in their younger years due to their physical capabilities and therefore are likely to participate in sport for longer. Stracciolini and colleagues in 2016 suggested that young athletes who are less mature tend to drop out of sports due to not being as motivated, successful, or satisfied by the experience of participating in competitive sports in their younger years. The increased physical attributes of mature players may lead to them being identified for better teams and selected to play more frequently in matches. This exposure to more resources will result in the older players learning from better coaches, training more, and develop deeper levels of self-competence than their younger counterparts, according to Cobley et al. In 2009. These significant advantages can accelerate the attainment of sport expertise, which may explain the overrepresentation of older athletes in some elite sports. The relative age effect process often evens out at around the age of 17, according to Cobley and Till in 2017, who studied participation trends in youth rugby league players. The lesser biologically developed players began to adapt and learn new methods to deal with the more physically developed opponents. Despite this, talent development systems that release young athletes from their academies in crucial learning stages from the ages 11 to 16 years old might be missing the chance to develop and nurture world-class talent and star athletes of the future. Let's take Lionel Messi as an example, who was born on June 24, 1987, and is now regarded as one, if not the greatest football player of all time. Next, we have Usain Bolt, who was born on the 21st of August 1986 and currently holds the world records for the 100 metre sprint, 200 metre sprint and 4 times 100 metre relay. Finally, we have Tom Brady, who was born on August 3rd, 1977 and is now widely regarded as the greatest quarterback of all time. This shows that there are always outliers within sports. Whilst the relative age effect may have its effects on athletes in their early years, there are some that can break through to become top elite athletes. So, let's conclude. The birth time of a child can have a considerable effect on the speed of development and maturation. This can play an important role during talent identification and selection, as this process is often influenced by physical attributes and biomotor abilities including speed, strength, power, and the cardiovascular endurance of a young athlete. Whilst evidence and research show that the relative age effect does indeed exist, it is difficult to evaluate how the process impacts a young athlete's development through their time participating and competing in youth sports. It is crucial that the relative age effect is taken into consideration while selecting players and identifying talented young people within sport and also out of sporting contexts. The biological maturity in youths may be an explanation for the underperformance or overperformance, and it may not be a true representation of a young person's talent.